All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome to this wonderful celebration of scholarship support here today at the University of Minnesota. Oh, yeah. Great to have you all here. My name is CONTESSA BOORMAN, and I am studying marketing, majoring in marketing and triple minoring in French, Spanish, and international business at the Carlson School of Management. So it's my pleasure to be here today and to celebrate with you all with these scholarships and also talk a little bit about how this scholarship has impacted me. But first, I would like to get started by introducing a few special guests. So first of all, a very special welcome to Mrs. Karen Kaler, the spouse of President Eric Kaler. Yes. Please also welcome Vice Provost, I got that word right, okay. Provost and Dean of Undergraduate Education, Robert McMaster, who will be speaking to us after lunch. We would also like to offer a very warm welcome to the University of Minnesota Foundation President and CEO, Kathy Schmidl-Koffer. We are also very, very grateful to all of our generous support benefactors who took the time to be here today. So if we could get a big, big round of applause for them, thank you. So today we celebrate the donors gathered here, but also the thousands and thousands of students that have been impacted by all of these scholarships, including me. So I am the recipient of the U of M's Women Club Scholarship, and the scholarship came to me kind of at a very important time in my life. So to backtrack a little bit about me, I started my journey here at the University of Minnesota when I was 16 years old as a full-time student through the Post-Secondary Enrollment Option, or PSEO program, back in 2014. So coming to study here, I was mesmerized by the University of Minnesota for the innovative environment that it truly is. And I was so excited to be a part of something bigger than myself and just surround myself with people who are just as curious about the world as I am. So with that, it was kind of my fresh new start, and I honestly couldn't wait. So, although, inspired by all these endless opportunities that lie ahead, there was that one thing that held me back, and that was actually paying for college. So I knew that I always wanted to go to college and that it was something that was very important to me. So I started saving up at a young age, doing jobs such as like mowing lawns or babysitting. And when I got to high school, I got my first real job at Rinaldi's Pizza. It was quite the step up from mowing lawns. And when sophomore year rolled around, things kind of took a turn for my family. And we found out that my mother had been diagnosed with stage 4 cancer. And soon after, my father had also lost his job. So with that, as any other person would do, I knew that I had to help out my family. So I got a couple of extra jobs in addition to working at the pizza shop to help support my family financially. And kind of during this time too, my brother was going into his freshman year of college. So I knew that as much as my family may have wanted to help support me financially, that they didn't necessarily have that means to. With that, I ended up working about 30 hours a week in addition to school, extracurriculars, and juggling helping my family. I would get up at 6 a.m. every day. I would take the bus to school, do my homework on the bus, and then come home around 11 p.m. after work and help my family out with chores and, eventually get around to homework. But today, I am here and in my third year of study at the University of Minnesota. And like I mentioned earlier, I'm the recipient of the Women's Club Scholarship. And to say the least, that has changed my college experience drastically. I no longer have to work those 30 hours a week just to get by. And I have more time to spend on my studies and also to be helping out my family. And truly, that means the world to me to have that opportunity. I know the U of M's Women's Club Scholarship set up this fund to increase accessibility to University of Minnesota's deserving female students, and that's exactly what it's done for me. Because without this scholarship, I wouldn't be here today. I wouldn't be standing here today. Not only for me is this a financial gift, that allows me to pursue my dreams and get that education that I've always wanted. But for me, it's also a reminder that someone else believes in me and my future and the opportunities that lie ahead. So to every single person in this room who has established and supported a scholarship, thank you. Thank you so much. And thank you to each and every one of you for your generosity, for your vision, and for allowing the opportunity and just opening doors for people like me. So thank you very much.
So I'd like to welcome everybody to the event today. It's really an honor to be surrounded by so many people who support the advancement of education through generous gifts to this great, great university. Congratulations to every scholarship student here today, and there are many of you from different scholarship programs. I know that each of you has a special story. Each of you is working hard towards a dream that deserves our continued support. And each of you has your own special supporters, some of whom are in this room, who are rooting for your success, and certainly we're rooting for your success as well. I remember the day I received a letter many, many years ago, many decades ago, saying that I had received a scholarship. I was very proud. I felt that the university, a university that involves a lot of orange, had believed in me, and I still have that letter today. I hope you know that this is a great time to be an undergraduate at the University of Minnesota. Our undergraduate students are the most qualified in the history of the university. This fall, the average ACT, for those of you who remember that test you took a few years ago, was 28.3. That's the average out of 36, which is remarkable. Our undergraduates have the highest retention graduates ever. We don't want you staying around for more than 4 years, you know that, because it drives up debt, and there's no reason to, so that's one of our goals. Our facilities for undergraduates today are absolutely first class. Some of these include Brunick's Hall, now considered the finest science teaching facility in the country. Northrop Auditorium, home to our undergraduate honors program. Our new rec center, new residence halls. It's all put together for you. President Kaler and Provost Hansen, the leaders of this university, have made undergraduate student success one of their highest priorities, perhaps their highest priority, and put lots of energy and resources into that. Our University of Minnesota Foundation, and it's the foundation who sponsors these wonderful events, have worked tirelessly to increase the scholarship support for our undergraduates, and they're constantly designing new scholarship programs to support you, and that's just terrific for us. So needless to say, we're proud of each and every one of you and your successes. Wherever your journey takes you, it's my sincere hope that this world-class education, and I know you realize you're getting this world-class education here, will empower you to aim high and succeed and make this world a much, much better place. I always enjoy these scholarship gatherings, especially on these spectacular, beautiful autumn days, this is my favorite time of the year, because it's so meaningful to bring together the scholarship benefactors and their talented recipients in one space and place and time where we can celebrate this together. So again, thank you all for coming. And thank you to all of our scholarship benefactors gathered here today, and for your for all you continue to do in support of University of Minnesota and all of our wonderful students. You know, it's many people have reasons to give scholarships. There are probably hundreds, thousands, but the one motivation that seems to be in common here is that they have the desire to lend a helping hand to extraordinary students like we have in this room today. They believe that students like you are worth investing in. They believe you represent the future of our state and our nation and our globe. And that should be a source of great pride for you, and it certainly involves, and I'm talking to the students obviously, some responsibility to at an appropriate time be thankful and to give back if you're able. Some advice to the incoming freshmen. There are some of you here today embarking on a wonderful adventure here. I've been able to talk with many freshmen over the last few weeks as they get landed here on campus, and they're having a great time. But make the most of all the U of M has to offer, both in the classroom and out of the classroom. To our sophomores and juniors, middle of the journey here, discover your passions and invest your time in developing your talents here, and obviously find that major. That's something that's really critical. And our seniors who will graduate this spring after 4 years, use this to build on the foundation of your U of M education. Now, there's also some graduate and professional students here, and that's terrific. It's wonderful that you've chosen to take your education even further at the University of Minnesota. In terms of graduate and professional education, I don't think a lot of people know this. We have the second largest number of students in the country at that level, second to New York University. So use this year to build on your foundation, your U of M foundation, to build an even greater future. So, private scholarship support is President Kaler's #1 priority. Making the U of M affordable, making it affordable for all students is a topic that he constantly worries about. Now, why is that? Well, scholarships help the U of M recruit and retain high-achieving high school graduates and maintain our commitment to excellence. And that's all of you in the room. These fantastic, you're fantastic high school graduates. Scholarships provide talented students with the opportunity to receive an outstanding education here, regardless of your ability to pay. And that's really critical for us. We want any student who's academically qualified to be able to come to this institution and not worry about finances. Scholarship students help students graduate on time. You graduate at a rate 35% higher than students without private support. So there's a critical reason right there. Today, U of M undergraduates would have to work 36 hours a week to pay just for their tuition, not the full cost of attendance, just their tuition. It used to be 30 years ago, students could work a summer job and earn enough to pay their full tuition and fees for the academic year. That no longer can happen. Scholarships provide students with support so they can focus on academics and have time to enrich their U of M experience through all kinds of co-curricular activities we want you to engage in, undergraduate research and internships and study abroad and other kinds of experiences. Importantly, scholarships are an investment in the future for this university and our state and in the prosperity of the nation. And what we really enjoy about this is that many students who receive scholarships stay in the Twin Cities, stay in Minnesota after they graduate and contribute to the economic and social vitality of this place. So to all of our scholarship benefactors here today, thank you so much for your generosity to this institution and our students, and to your commitment to these fantastic students that we have. And also for your enduring vision for the future generations of deserving students that will be here in the next few years. So I'm very happy you could join us for the celebration and for this opportunity to honor your support for these students. I'd like now to ask our benefactors to stand so we can give them a round of applause. Thank you so much for coming to join these students today. And now I'd like to introduce our next speaker, one of the scholarship benefactors that we're celebrating. John COLLOPY co-founded RE/MAX Results in 1978, and today is the broker-owner of the largest RE/MAX franchise in the world. Consistently recognized as an industry expert in this area, John is also known for his dynamic leadership and hands-on management style of his company. He's here today to tell us about a special scholarship he and his foundation recently established. So please help me welcome John COLLOPY.
I do have to share with you that there's a certain irony to me being in front of this group of people. If you knew where I grew up in Northeast Minneapolis. It wasn't exactly the cornerstone of higher education where I came from. And so there would be a certain uniqueness to the guys from that neighborhood going, John, at the university? It would be quite pleasant to see their experiences. But the reason we're here is to celebrate and support the students who are going to profit from the educational opportunity. And everybody in this room is all on the same page. We're either interested in supporting students or we're the students who are going to excel as a result of the opportunity. And once again, I would like to applaud those people who do all that. Thank you. For some reason, I was asked to kind of give an anecdote about the RE/MAX story. And we talked briefly at our table about the entrepreneurial experience. And starting a company from scratch is so mind-boggling that I can't even remember what it was like 30 years ago. You have this vision and expectation as to what's going to occur, and of course nothing works like that. Everything you put down on the piece of paper doesn't go like that. All the challenges and new things that come up doesn't happen like that. The company was started with myself and my late business partner, Bill Saunders. Bill was a University of Minnesota graduate and placed an incredible high value on the experiences he received from this institution. One of the things that might surprise people when they think about what it's like to have a business or be an entrepreneur, it took us 6 years to be a break-even company. And for those of you who are studying business, you know that's not supposed to happen. And I'm here to tell you that it can't happen, and I don't know how we survived it. But I'll give you one anecdote. I'm wearing a watch today that was from Bill Saunders, and it wasn't a gift. I traded him a TV for it in our first few years of inception because I was a single person at the time and didn't need the TV. He had a teenage son and needed the TV. We had no money. The money went into the business. The money did not go into us. And so I still have the Bill Saunders watch that I wear for special occasions. And that gives you a little bit of an idea of the difficulty and emotions that go into sticking with it. Now, one of the great similarities between pursuing your education and starting a business is the effort and determination it takes to see it through. To the students in this room, you will have moments of doubt. You will have time that you need positive reinforcement. This isn't easy. I know this is a simplistic term, but if it was easy, everybody would do it. And it's not. You're special. Don't forget about that. And don't quit on yourselves. It's such an important commitment that you make, but your commitment is to yourself. Our brokerage eventually became profitable and flourished, and we started a group within the organization a couple years ago called the Results Foundation. RE/MAX Results is now set up so that in the future it will be run as a traditional company, but half of the revenue and in half of all my personal assets as the owner will be going to the Results Foundation. We're going to build a significant community-based organization that is going to give back to the communities where we sell real estate. And the reason that we're here to support the university is a strong desire to give back. I owe so many people for what success our company has had. It's done by the hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of sales executives that we have. Last year, we had 22,000 clients. These are huge numbers of people that have supported our organization, and we want to give back. And where we have real estate offices, we currently have 33 of them throughout Minnesota, and I hate to use the word Western Wisconsin, but I will. Oh, you can laugh at that, it's okay. We want to make sure that we are going to be focused on what can we do to give back? What do our communities want? How can we participate in that? And at the same time, growing our company, at the same time remaining profitable, but we want to make a difference. The Results Foundation Scholarship was based on giving tribute back to my late business partner, Bill Saunders. It's kind of interesting, Bill was 10 years older than I was. And when we started the company, I did not have the skill set necessary to survive those years of negative cash flow. I didn't have them. I wasn't that good at being in business. I would not be here if I didn't have a business partner who knew and had the foresight and determination to move this company forward. It was interesting also later in life, as his health failed, I was the person that was running the company. And it was a very, very fair distribution of how things went. And the outcome, although negative from the aspect of he didn't live the life as long as we would have wanted, is the scholarship at the university he valued very, very significant. And I know it would mean a lot to him in his value system and where he came from. When we look at some of the things that you're going to face as young people, you're going to come across with a whole influx of information that your education is going to provide you. Oh, I'm going to major and I want to be this. I see this career path and I want to go after it. Could I give you another challenge from your education? Find out first who you are. Find out what's inside of you. What makes you happy? The happier you are, the bigger contributor you'll be to all of us. I'm moving into a different phase of my life. I need you and I need you and I need you to take over running the country and the state that I love so much. Find out who you are. Find out where you belong. And when you're done, please don't forget to give back. Find where you can make that contribution. And so I just want to simply say thank you for this opportunity to be here. This is an amazing set of events that has got my life to a point where I can be in this situation. I'm so dependent on so many people, the people at my table from the foundation, the many, many, many people that work for us. And we're going to continue to be closely aligned with the University of Minnesota. One, because of Bill Saunders' connection. Two, it's the right thing to do. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you, Mr. COLLOPY. And thank you to all of the wonderful donors who were able to be here today. So now, before we indulge in a little dessert, I would like to propose a toast. So may we all continue to make the most of the many opportunities. Yeah, let's raise our glasses. Make the most of the opportunities that these scholarships have provided. Remember those who have made so much possible, and find ways to honor them in our paths here we seek at the university, but also beyond. So cheers. All right, so if you have also not yet had your photo taken, we ask that you please, over in the back corner, she's waving her hands, have your photo taken, but otherwise enjoy your dessert, and if you're still finishing up your lunch, and thank you all so much for coming. Thank you, thank you.